So Tony Khan was live from a boat. I'm on a boat, man. I'm on a boat, man. Boats and hose. Boats and hose. Gotta have me, my boats and hose. So let's indulge in some Tony Khan cringe here. I don't even know if it's that cringy, but let's just hear what he's got to say.
Hey, everyone. I'm enjoying sharing some of the great experience here being in Cannes, France, and being a part of Cannes Lions. It's great to be in this great place representing AEW, and very excited to make the long and very pleasant journey in this case from Cannes, France to Mexico City for Wednesday Night Dynamite Grand Slam Mexico. I'll be going from one beautiful place here, Cannes, France, to another very beautiful place, Mexico City, and a beautiful cathedral of pro wrestling for Grand Slam Mexico, Wednesday Night Dynamite in Arena, Mexico for the first time ever. I'm really excited for the first Grand Slam Mexico and my first trip to one of my favorite pro wrestling places in the world. I'm here live with you. I'm trying these things. It's something new, and we've got some guests coming aboard. Thanks for doing this. I tried it earlier on Instagram. It didn't get it quite as much engagement, so I thought I'd try it here on Twitter. Which
you don't even gotta say that. Well, I said the same thing before. It was on Instagram. What am I forgetting? I think that's it, guys. Shout out Twitter.
Is an amazing.
Thank you, Twitter.
Wrestling community. I'll see you all later.
I'm glad. Very personable from his yacht there. Right. So Tony Khan, he had more to say. He's on a boat in like France or something. He's on a different boat. This is a boat from a different day and time. And here he is wearing an AEW hat on a boat.
Hey, good morning.
With a $1,000 t-shirt.
Been a great session at Cannes Lion. I'd love to thank the very kind people at Cannes Lion for
Cannes Lion, isn't it like Cane Leon or whatever? Con Leon.
Having me and AEW as a big part of the Festival of Creativity, and it's been a great week in many ways for AEW. I'm really excited for Wednesday Night Dynamite coming up in Mexico City, AEW's debut in Mexico. My first time in Arena, Mexico. It's a dream come true. I'm really excited for AEW to have our first time in one of the greatest wrestling arenas and one of the greatest wrestling countries and wrestling cities in the world. This is a really, really special milestone. 6 years into AEW, and it's got to be one of the most special things yet. It's going to be a long trip here from Cannes, France. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. It's my first time here, and they've been very kind to have me as a part of the Festival of Creativity here.
Let me switch from this side of the boat to the other side of the boat. There's water over there, but there's actually land over here. It's much more great. I don't want to see that side. Let me switch from this side of my large boat to the other side of my large boat.
A part of the Festival of Creativity here. And as you can see in
there, you can actually see
the background. It's really quite wonderful.
I'm doing a tour of the aisle. Shout out Jeff Cobb. Or I mean JC Mateo. Right? That's a great name. Psych.
I'm on the smaller boat right now.
I'm on the smaller boat. This one actually, it's like it actually transforms into a bigger boat. It's a Decepticon. This is my small boat. As you can see, my bigger boat is there behind my even bigger boat. So maybe you can't see it, but I'll be on that one later after I change my clothes for dinner and I take a boat back across this island, then I'll come back on live. But I'm going to try Instagram first, but then I'll come back to X. Time Cop.
Tender riding back to the bigger boat, and we've got something really special planned for.
We're riding this small boat back to our bigger boat, and then we're taking that boat back to the yacht, and then we're taking that boat back to Cannes, France.
AEW tonight here. A lot of
this boat fits in the other boat like a Tonka truck.
The top executives, and
it's like big blocks. When I was a kid, my dad bought me big blocks, and I said, Dad, what if we fit one boat in another boat? And it's like a super boat.
entertainment are here in Cannes, and it's really exciting to be here and be a part of it, and I'm looking forward to that, and frankly also looking forward.
This boat goes into a bigger boat, which then forms into Voltron, and then we fly home back to Jacksonville, Daly's place. It's great.
To my flight to Mexico City. It's going to be a great trip, and even though I should be sleeping on it, I probably won't be able to because I'm so excited about Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Dude, go to sleep. You need sleep. I should be sleeping, but I mean, I can't dare look at the scenery. But like, I driving the small boat to the big boat, I can't sleep a wink. How dare I lay my head down and get some rest right now? I can't do it. I can't do it. Get it?
Going to Mexico City. So as I leave Cannes and approach.
Oh my God! It's so as you can see here, I actually own this ferry. So my boat will go into this boat to my bigger boat, which will then enter this ferry, and then we will be submerged underwater like a submarine. As you can see over here, my giant boat, and this boat is actually Optimus Prime.
The Kismet here. I just wanted to say thank you to all of you.
Does this boat actually like ride up into this other boat, dude? What kind of rich person shit is this? What the fuck? We got people in chat paying fucking car notes, dude, and you're driving boats into boats.
Who make AEW possible, because it's really just such a dream come true to come to a new country, and it's my first time representing AEW in France. There's great wrestling fans.
Steamboat Tony. Steamboat Tony. It's great. Oh my God. Holy shit.
Here.
I need an AI picture of that Steamboat Tony. Oh man.
And a lot of people really excited about it. I gave a great presentation yesterday, frankly. It was really good. And it was largely in part to the AEW production team and staff who did a great job putting together the video package and the presentation, and made it a slam dunk for me to go in. So thank you, wrestling fans, and everybody all over the world. You're going to want to watch Wednesday Night Dynamite. For the great wrestling fans in the U.S., which I'll be coming back after Mexico City for some great shows around Seattle. Can't wait to be in Kent, Washington on Saturday, as I'm about to deboard.
Let me sit on this side of the boat. Now we'll show you this side of the boat too. Look at all the great sides it has.
The tender, and go back to the Kismet.
He's about to deboard a boat and get on another fucking boat, bro.
Thank you for supporting AEW. You're the greatest wrestling fans in the world, and thank you for making it possible for us to reach these new milestones as we approach 300 episodes of Wednesday Night Dynamite. And I'll see you all very soon.
By boat. I'm arriving to Mexico City via boat. Sail the seven seas, army mateys. So Will Ospreay had this to say. He says, AEW World Tour, please, bruv. And I don't know if Ospreay blocked me. I guess I should look into it. Dustin Rhodes blocked me. I don't know if it's because of this. Like, I've never trashed him ever. But, yeah, I just had to crack the joke so you guys can waste this man's money in different currencies or what? And I'm not trying to be a dick, but it's like, come on, man. And I'm all for them doing world tours, by the way. This is just me making a smart-ass joke. I'm a jokester. I've pitched it. Why don't they go to these markets around the world and do smaller shows and build up to big fucking, arena shows around the world? Like, if I was them, I'd be doing that. I'd be capitalizing on, okay, well, we can draw small crowds around everywhere. And we should do a month in Australia, and it's a grinding task for our talent, but then we'll give them a month off after or something, however it works, or a couple weeks off after, Yeah, a world tour would be embracing the grind, but you don't want me to make this joke? Like, why? So, he needs to make money first, and we already have everybody lying on his ass all the time, and it's just not, it's not helping the case. So, Tony, speaking of lying, though, he also had this to say. Well, here's another boat video, so let's get to this.
Hey, everybody.
I'm back on my small boat again. You're not allowed to see the big boat. We take it to where those guys play Squid Games. Oh, was I not supposed to say that? I mean, I feared for my life.
I'm at the Cannes Lion Film Festival here.
Was this the one we watched?
I had part of this show to have AEW come to Arena Mexico. Just as a wrestling fan, I'm really excited to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the same old jargon. You know, I think that might even be the same video. But Tony Khan had this to say with like Yahoo Sports or whatever. He's just lying through his teeth, but I mean, that's totally fine. I'm never mad at a carny promoter for carnying and promoting. I don't care that Tony's lying here, but it is a lie, right? It's just like when Dave Meltzer starts going, people short-circuiting over this. Dave, you're the one who made the argument that the cable ratings and cord cutting and all that shit, they're going down because people are streaming more. And Nielsen's evidence backs that up as well. The numbers that we pulled up in WWE news, maybe I should have pulled them up here, but Nielsen all the while is like, no, for the first month ever, or like in a long time, whatever the fuck, more people stream than watch cable or whatever, according to their numbers. And Tony Khan saying, well, cable got a boost too, which we know is fake, and Meltzer's even made excuses for why that's happening. But now he's like, all these dumb people didn't know that this would happen. He's such a fucking clown, and this is why he'll always get clowned, and he deserves no respect. Here is Tony Khan lying to Yahoo Finance. We're carnies too. Yahoo's carnies too. Let's be honest.
It feels like 2025 is, in a lot of ways, the best year we've had. I mean, we're having a great.
Well, how big is the business? How many sales do you bring in? I mean, is it making money? Like, what do you?
Yeah, we're doing fantastic. This was a huge year for us. We grew the business so much with the simulcast.
Gotcha.
We brought in new audience with Max and
no, you didn't.
And streaming, but also we've been able to grow our cable audience year over.
That is a bold-faced lie. So
every year. Frankly,
so we've been able to grow. So even let's just say, okay, they did get new people from Max, right? Like, let's say that's all true. We grew our audience. Let's even say he stopped right there. Okay, that could be true, even though the cable ratings are down. And I don't know because I'm not seeing all the numbers. Like, maybe that is true in his, but we can just look at attendances and look at the year. Then he adds the year-over-year part. Okay, so attendances and cable ratings year over year, you're fucking completely bold-faced lying right here. Obviously, we can just look at that.
Liar!
Again, I'm not even mad at Tony for this shit. What I'm mad at, and I'm not even mad at Dave, it's just he's a fucking clown and a joke, but it's the fact that Dave is being a schmarmy prick about it at the same token, because it's like, no, Dave, you're the one who's made excuses for the cable numbers being fucking down. So this is the bold-faced lie. Be triggered by this if you want. I don't care. Awful Wrestling, what do you think about this whole situation and Tony Khan's bold-faced lie?
He's quite the seafarer, isn't he?
Oh, dude, he's on a boat, man, with his flippy floppies.
Yeah. Captain Tony K. What an idiot.
So what do you make of him just boldly lying like no man has lied before? No, I mean, come on, he's done it a bunch.
So incredible, Phil, because I just saw the video of him getting interviewed by the gentleman from Cannes or whatever. And it's almost like when you go to a new place, you know, a new job or whatever, like your lies are brand new. So you can just say them to people you don't know. And you think that they'll believe it because, you know, they don't know any better. How he was able to get away and say that thing about, you know, 2025 being the best year and their cable audience is going up, and the reporter asked some very good pointed questions. I think he was just like, hey man, what are your sales? Like, how you doing? And Tony just totally blew him off and was just like, hey, we're doing great. And the guy really wanted to get into like the financials of the whole thing, of course, because I assume it's a financial event happening over there or whatever. But yeah, what a buffoon, man. And he thinks that no one's going to realize, no one's going to make a video, no one's going to call him out on these bullshitting lies that he's told an entirely new country on a boat, by the way. Piracy.
Yeah, dude. On a boat, fucking sailing to another boat. That's literally what he was doing. Unbelievable. Let's listen to this whole clip here.
Fantastic. This was a huge year for us. We grew the business so much with the simulcast. Gotcha. We brought in new audience with Max and streaming, but also we've been able to grow our cable.
Funny though, too. Sorry, not to pause it at the exact same spot, but it's like, dude, the guy asked, like, well, are you making money? Like, do you have good numbers? Oh, we're doing all this great shit. Okay, well, what numbers? Like, what do you give me an example? Like,
we've been able to grow our cable audience year over year. Frankly, that cable and satellite and
growth in cable. Who's doing that?
Well, honestly, us, because a lot of people thought when you start simulcasting.
And look, Yahoo Finance cable, that's like a dead thing. You realize that, right? I mean, us, we're into it. We're into it, dude. Everyone's like starting to go more the YouTube route and shit. And AEW's he's trying so hard because he wants to artificially have his name like 300 episodes on cable, so that he's among the Bischoffs and the Vince McMahons and shit. And he's just pretty much bought his way there. So,
because a lot of people thought when you start simulcasting AEW on Wednesday nights and Saturday nights, oh, okay, well, a lot of people, they're still going to watch the show, but people are going to migrate to streaming.
That's what Dave Meltzer said.
Well,
that's what he actually has said to defend your lower year-over-year cable ratings.
Actually, our cable audience, when we started simulcasting, went up, and we have a great audience on Max streaming every week, too.
So awful. Their ratings didn't go up. That's a bold-faced lie as well. I mean,
yes.
Yeah. So you cover it. I mean, you just did a video. I'm going to compare Dynamite's viewership to last year's Dynamite's viewership. Yeah. And it was a home run, the difference,
Yeah.
We have been able to do that, and we've really maintained and grown a great audience over the years. AEW, we say it's where the best wrestle, and I really believe that's true. I think we have the best roster of wrestlers in the world. It feels like 2020.
Yeah, there you go, man. Do we have more Tony Khan cringe?
Can I interrupt? Can I interrupt for just one second? Yeah. So, man, I don't even know if I want to put out this information. Do you know how to read into things cryptically, can't you? Don't you?
Of course.
Okay, so I'll give you something that was told to me, but I can't say if I can use the names. But
okay, well, bro, you don't have to use names. We just hit an X-Files, and so, this is like whose line is it anyway? It's all made up. It don't even matter.
I think I can do this.
Okay.
So I was told that a certain AEW Women's World Champion is dating another professional wrestler. Okay. And this video that Tony put out is almost like a peacock call for that particular individual to say, hey, the grass might be greener on this side of the boat rather than whoever it is that you're dating. Did you get that?
So Beast, Mortis, and Monet is what you're talking about, I'm assuming?
You said it, not me. Go on. Okay. Yeah, I heard that this was like it's almost like what young boys do when they want to get the attention of the best looking female in school. They may have to flaunt their wealth.
You with your okay. I fucking all right. Here we go.
Did you get it?
We're in the yes.
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
I've been told by a source that is not too shabby, who has proven themselves over the last few weeks.
You know what they say.
Yeah.
So apparently, I get what you're saying. Sorry, I thought you meant like a contractual with the lucha stuff going on. No, you mean like romantically and stuff. Oh,
yeah,
you mean like they might want to get all romantical or something. Dude, that is crazy, and that's a theory that I think a lot of people have brought that up before, in jest a little bit. Oh, he likes Monet, that sort of thing. So him flexing a little bit, like, hey, dude, because let's be honest, she's making more money than the Beast Mortos is.
Sure.
So who's making more money than the both of them? Tony Khan, you know what I mean? Okay, well, that's all speculation, and this is South Park, so none of that's even real. But,
right, yeah. But hilarious. We're just putting it out there. See where this goes, because let's be real, Phil. Like, it's very curious that he would put out these videos, willy-nilly out of nowhere, like seemingly like a gift from the content gods.
And he's like, I'm in Paris right now, chopping it up with
Yep.
movie people, and then I'm
Indeed.
taking this
Yep.
boat, and this boat goes into that boat, then it turns into Voltron, and then we fly to Mexico, and the ring's in here too, so don't worry, it'll be 20 by 20. So
He looks filtered. He's got his beard shaven. He's on the boat alone.
Here's this side of the boat, and then there's this side of the boat, and then there's
Here's
this
where you'll
side
be
of the
sitting.
boat. Here's the
Here's where Jen
boat.
Pepperman will be sitting. She'll be navigating the boat.
Oh, come on now, awful. His lies aren't lies in international waters.
Exactly.
They don't count. In fact, when I take my small boat from this island, I'm in this time zone, and then when I land in this island, I'm in this time zone. So it's kind of like Time Cop. It doesn't really count. We just change it anyways.
His lies don't go under UCC. International
Matter of
code.
fact, I can murder someone out here, Mortis. I mean, check out this island back here. I own it. Isn't it cool, guys? Oh shit! Amazing.
Killing wrestlers is not against the law.
You remember Bruiser Brody, don't you?
Yeah, really.
Chris Benoit was a conspiracy. Sullivan did voodoo at his house that day. He let the dogs out of the yard. I was there.
You know what? That's not the worst theory I've ever heard, by the way. Just, as a little aside. Like, you know what? Let's look deeper into this. This Kevin Sullivan fellow. But
and
no.
speaking of Monet, she's out there in a sombrero, right? These ladies,
God.
they get Latin lovers, and then they start embracing the culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You know about that.
Yeah.
So
Mortos is the weekend fling. Gotcha.
So awful. You posted this, and I like this because we talked about this earlier, and I showed on the show how Netflix Sports, they have 300 followers now. Chat, go and follow them because it's the legit Netflix Sports account. The real Netflix follows them, and they have the Netflix tag. So it's legit, and they just launched this new account. And what picture did they launch their account with? It's Cena and Roman Reigns. You guys can fact check me on this. Go back and listen to the WWE segment. If you're watching this in clip form, go and find the WWE segment clip. Netflix Sports, they run with John Cena, and they go, here's our sports. And I told y'all, man, WWE's the dipping the toes in the water of we're going to do live sports every week and shit like that. Here's how we work out the kinks. Wrestling's always on the forefront. With AEW, man, you're bringing this shit up right here. And I think I can actually pull up the post here. Mm-hmm. Yes, because I posted below. Yes. So you said this. Some unknown mark tells you AEW isn't under sports. Show them this. Now, I sort of clarified the confusion. AEW is sports. They're claimed by the head of TNT Sports and shit. Yes, they're a sport. However, it's confusing. And even Sports on Max have them posted. We're going to pull this up. But it's confusing because they're not claimed in this big company split. They're not claimed. They're not featured anywhere. Raj Giri pointed out the other day, as we covered on the show, if you go on their website and shit, or you try and look for it, you can find it under sports, but it's not on their homepage. It's not on their spread. It's not advertised anywhere. On the app, it's under sports. Right. So you can find it that way. But either way, you're pointing out here, AEW, they tag Sports on Max. They are under sports. So when Zaslav says, hey, our sports don't account for shit, basically is what he said, for a significant whatever.
He wouldn't have said that 2 years ago, by the way, Phil.
And so, again, to corroborate this more, Sports on Max, they have AEW there as well, listed right on the fucking thing. But it's sort of buried underneath everything. And you come with receipts. And then again, Netflix Sports, look at how and we verified a chat. This is the real account. Look at how they promote WWE's on the forefront of their shit. So there's a lot of make-believe shit in the IWC now where it's doom and gloom on WWE side, when really I would say it's more so on the Max side. My theory is awful. They're getting rid of Collision. They're going to add an hour to Dynamite. That's my theory.
You make Dynamite 2 hours. Do not make it 3. That would be all right. That would be the death nail. So actually, go ahead and do it. Fuck it. But yeah, drawing 3 hours from Dynamite. Oh my God, you're not going to grow your audience that way. And then you're hoping for a miracle as far as the writing team is concerned. Like, no, it's not working. Look at Grand Slam tonight. Like, it's not even a sellout down there. I will admit, though, the show looks different and it looks a little cooler because it's different.
Yeah, it looks
It's
great.
not as bright. Yeah, it's not as bright. It has a very nice little contrast going on. It would attract a non-viewer of AEW to the program at least for about 4 or 5 seconds before they switch to another channel or whatever. But you know, hey, they're going to do what they're going to do. You believe that they're going to go 3 hours? I don't. It would be terrible.
So do you think they just get well, I know here's the thing though, man. They're okay with the live viewers, but do you think Collision gets canceled though? Like I'm sticking my neck out
Of
saying
course.
that, but I just really think it's gonna go away. They're gonna add the third hour and what all this 2.5 hour, 4 hour shit, and then them also testing Collision on Thursdays is about is WBD, they're trying to bid for UFC, even if they get a handful of fights a year, those will be on Saturdays. They're already moving all the time because WWE's on Saturdays. So why not put an hour-long Collision show on Thursdays? But it's sort of not really worked out. Or why not just add an hour to Dynamite? Again, Tony Khan, that Yahoo guy, asked him, like, you guys are still doing cable? Like, what's with that play? And he's like, yes, we are. We're into cable. And it's like, that's not the move. Everyone's pivoting to even like the YouTube play, man. So Tony's really dead set on doing the TV, so I could see him just axing Collision the same way Shockwave never happened, the same way the show on Fox never happened, the same way Rampage got axed. Collision's just an afterthought show. I could see them getting rid of it, adding an hour to Dynamite. And also, when they add the extra time to Dynamite and they label it, it's Collision now, and they do the switch, the ratings just die, dude. It's like, they'd be better just saying this is still Dynamite for 3 hours. I think they'd be able to retain maybe 500,000 folks. It wouldn't drop down to 200,000. So maybe that's the smarter play. But yeah, I think Collision's gone by like 2027. I don't think that show exists. Maybe even before then. Mid 2026, we'll know about the WB.
End of 2025. Mark my words.
Moving along here. Let's see. This is what the arena looks like. Right? Are you impressed or what? It's like close to
it's very colorful. No, it's nowhere near a sellout, apparently, from what I heard and from what I've seen from pictures.
And I don't know. Like, to me, it's loud as shit. It looks awesome. I actually responded to the AEW. There's like a new AEW Wrestle Times type guy, but his name's like Wrestle Maps or something. I can't remember what it is. But he said like, oh, they sold out in days or whatever. And I was like, and then today he's like, oh, there's all these seats open. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? I thought they sold out. And then he corrected himself.
There's no traffic
like,
down there.
Well, yeah, he's like, I jumped the gun. And then I just told him, I was like, I appreciate the work. Like, I appreciate what Wrestle Times and those guys do. I don't care if they're like secretly sickos or whatever. I don't give a fuck. But I appreciate them like documenting the shit. But yeah, I was like, I thought it was a sellout. So I just believed this was a full-blown sellout. And now everyone's pointing out, well, it's not. I don't know, man. It is what it is. So here is Tony Khan telling some more fibs, and he sends some shots at Nick Khan here.
Really, at the end of the day, everybody who's come to AEW knows coming in, there's a sense of security here that they haven't had necessarily at other wrestling promotions. A lot of the people I've brought in were part of layoffs and cost cutting, and not like desperate cost cutting, times are tight cost cutting. It's like record profits cost cutting. And if I was making record profits, I probably wouldn't be laying off dozens of people. So that's some of what I'm talking about when I talk about compassion and being.
But he like didn't renew a bunch of people this year already. So, and he's, according to Dave, he is making record profits. So you're admitting you're not making profits or record profits. And Dave Meltzer, again, takes the fucking Dave Eltzer because he's a dumbass. The
best guy's Tony Khan.
Like, how many times we got to do this?
Being a good boss. And frankly, when I talk about, I'm not necessarily the same guy as some person who shares my surname.
Why do you have to say it like that? Why can't you just say his name?
Who's that?
Nick Khan.
And Ariel's like, that's my friend, you asshole. He always does this. The Harvey Weinstein of, and the NFL Network guys are like, like, I could lose my job, you asshole. It's like how Jim Ross got blamed for the Ric Flair shit. That'll happen, Tony. What are you doing? And they just laugh it off. Well, and Ariel does the same thing because you don't want to be rude. Like, what are you, being an asshole? Or are you trying to be cute? So Tony Khan reveals that he doesn't ever want to get physical in AEW again. He says, as the matchmaker and the promoter, I'm a device on the show. You're really not. And one time I was attacked, and I am very lucky to be sitting here with you right now. 1 year ago, I survived the deadliest move in pro wrestling, the spike pile driver. It's banned in several states. It's illegal in the state of Tennessee. It's illegal in Mexico. I don't want to necessarily get into the ring. My one time in the ring, I got tricked and attacked in the ring. That is enough to keep me out for life. The best guy is me. He's keeping kayfabe alive, I guess, chat.